Humanity was never prepared for what comes next.
Imagine waking up tomorrow morning. You feel fine. Coffee is brewing. The sun is shining. But then your phone vibrates. Not a text, not an email, a warning. Your heart rate has been climbing for 4 days straight. Your sleep patterns collapsed last night. Your smart ring detected a microscopic change in your blood oxygen. And your AI health assistant, the one living quietly inside your devices, has already booked you a telehealth appointment before you even felt a single symptom. Here's the question that will define the next decade of your life. Are AI doctors at home about to make waiting rooms extinct? And more importantly, would you trust a robot to hold your health and your secrets in its hands? Let's be brutally honest about how healthcare works for most people right now. You feel something is off. Maybe a headache that won't quit. Maybe fatigue that sinks into your bones. But you are busy. You have deadlines. Deadlines that matter more than your body. So you ignore it. You push through. You tell yourself, it's probably nothing. Days pass. The symptom grows. Now it is impossible to ignore. So you finally call your doctor. They book you 3 weeks out. You sit in a waiting room that smells like anxiety and hand sanitizer. You wait 45 minutes for a 10-minute visit. You try to explain months of symptoms in a rushed conversation while the doctor types furiously into a screen. Then you leave with a prescription, a bill that could fund a vacation, and a nagging feeling that something was missed. This is not healthcare. This is crisis management. And for millions of people, it is financially devastating. Medical debt is the #1 cause of bankruptcy in the United States. We are not preventing illness. We are waiting for it to explode. And then, we are paying a premium to put out the fire. But what if the fire never started in the first place? Enter the AI doctor. And no, I am not talking about a robot in a white coat rolling into your bedroom. At least not yet. I am talking about an app. An intelligent system that lives in your pocket, on your wrist, and inside your home. You open it. You describe your symptoms in plain language, the way you would talk to a friend. Then the AI connects to your wearable data, your smartwatch, your sleep tracker, maybe even your smart mattress or bathroom scale. And then it starts asking questions, not generic questions, intelligent, contextual follow-ups.
I see your resting heart rate jumped 12 beats per minute over the last 72 hours. Have you been under unusual stress? Your deep sleep dropped 40% this week. Did you change your evening routine? Your glucose spiked unusually high after breakfast yesterday. What did you eat?
This matters because human beings are terrible historians of their own bodies. We forget details. We minimize pain. We say, "I'm fine," when our cells are screaming for help. But AI does not forget. AI does not minimize. It sees patterns across days, weeks, and months. It connects dots that no human doctor, with their limited time and fragmented records, could ever connect in a 10-minute visit. Let me show you how deep this rabbit hole goes. Right now, you are probably wearing a data collection device, a smartphone that counts your steps, a smart ring tracking your heart rate variability, a glucose sensor monitoring your blood sugar in real time, a sleep tracker under your mattress mapping your breathing patterns, maybe a blood pressure monitor in your bathroom. Individually, these are neat gadgets. Collectively, they are a full-body surveillance system, and I mean that in the best possible way. Your wearable notices your weight creeping up by 2 pounds. Your bed sensor flags poor sleep efficiency. Your glucose monitor reveals that your healthy morning oatmeal is actually spiking your blood sugar into the pre-diabetic range. Your AI assistant crunches all of this together and realizes the system is complicated, so it sends the analysis to a higher level of intelligence. And here is where it gets cinematic. In the very near future, that higher intelligence will not just live in the cloud, it will live in your home. Full-sized humanoid robots are no longer science fiction. China, Russia, the United States, the world's superpowers are racing toward artificial general intelligence, and they want it housed in physical form. A robot that walks, sees, hears, and learns. This robot will notice things no wearable can. It will see that your walking gait has changed slightly, an early indicator of Parkinson's or joint degeneration. It will hear that your voice has become weaker or more breathless, a potential sign of heart failure. It will observe that you have not laughed in 3 days, that your posture has collapsed, that you are moving slower through your own kitchen. A human doctor sees you once a year. This system sees you every single second. And in healthcare, catching a pattern early is not just convenient. It is the difference between life and death. But detection is only half the revolution. The real magic is personalization. Think about the health advice you have heard your entire life. Eat healthy, sleep more, exercise, reduce stress. It is not wrong, it is just lazy. It is like telling someone who is drowning to just swim harder. It ignores genetics, it ignores environment, it ignores the fact that your body is not a copy of anyone else's body. An AI doctor at home changes the entire game. It will tell you the exact reason your blood sugar spikes after breakfast, and it will not just say, eat less sugar. It will say, your spike happens specifically when you combine oats with banana. Try oats with almonds and cinnamon instead, and your glucose stays stable. It will notice that your sleep quality improves by 43% when you stop using your phone 32 minutes before bed. Not 30 minutes, not an hour, but 32. Your biology. It will detect that your stress levels plummet on days you walk outside for 18 minutes before noon. Not afternoon. Before noon. This is not generic advice. This is a blueprint built from your DNA, your habits, your environment, and your real-time biometrics. And the humanoid robot? It becomes your accountability partner. It reminds you to drink water, not with a nagging notification you swipe away, but with a physical presence handing you a glass. It guides you through a gentle stretch routine when it detects your muscle tension rising. It prepares a health summary for your human doctor, so that when you do need specialist care, you walk in with months of organized data instead of vague memories. For people with chronic conditions, for people with disabilities, for aging parents living alone. This is not a luxury. This is life-changing. Now, before we get swept away by the convenience, we need to have a serious conversation. Because this future should not just be about living longer. It should be about living better. Your body is not just a machine. It carries your work, your family, your creativity, your faith, and your purpose. If AI and humanoid robots are going to protect your health, they must help you become more present, not more dependent. The goal is not to worship technology. It is to wield technology with wisdom. A robot can remind you to take your medicine. It can even remind you to meditate. But it cannot give your life meaning. It cannot pray for you. It cannot understand the weight of your grief, the fire of your ambition, or the depth of your soul. And here is the red flag you cannot ignore. If an AI robot is inside your home, monitoring your heartbeat, your sleep, your voice, your movements, your moods, it will know you better than your spouse, better than your best friend, better than you know yourself. Who owns that data? Can you delete it? Will it be sold to insurance companies who will raise your premiums because your AI detected prediabetes risk before you did? Will it be shared with governments? With employers? If your robot hears you say something controversial in your own living room, is that data protected? Convenience without privacy is not progress. It is a prison with better lighting. Before we invite AI into the most intimate spaces of our lives, we must demand answers. We must demand ownership. We must demand the right to be forgotten. So what happens next? Do human doctors disappear? No, but their role transforms. There will always be moments when you need a human being standing in front of you. Surgery, complex diagnosis, delivering terrible news with compassion, holding your hand when the data is too frightening to face alone. Human doctors will not vanish. They will become specialists, surgeons, empaths, and decision-makers armed with AI-generated intelligence. The waiting room as we know it, that will die. And it should. Because waiting until you are broken to seek help is a broken model. In its place, we will have continuous care, preventive intelligence, a healthcare system that meets you where you are, in your home, in your habits, in your daily life, instead of forcing you to crawl to it when it is almost too late. But as this technology grows smarter, we must grow wiser. We must ask not just can we, but should we? We must remember that data is not wisdom, and longevity is not the same as purpose. It is only a matter of time before AI doctors transform our healthcare system forever. The question is not whether this future is coming. It is whether you are ready for it, spiritually, mentally, and ethically. If this video opened your eyes, if it made you think deeper about the intersection of technology and human wisdom, then subscribe to AI Prophetic Intelligence right now. Hit that notification bell. Because we are not just tracking trends here. We are preparing you for the future with discernment, with prophecy, and with truth. Now I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and answer this honestly. Would you trust a humanoid robot doctor in your home? Yes or no? And tell me why. The best comments will be featured in my next video. And if you know someone who needs to see this, someone who is still sleeping on the AI revolution, share this video with them. Wake them up. This is AI Prophetic Intelligence. Stay wise. Stay ready. The future is already here.
The future already started. If you're seeing this, you're early. Follow now, it's coming.